So, in the space of just a few days, everything has changed. I got news that broke me, and this isn't just about me, but about the people that I love. When I heard the news of my uncle getting into coma, my auntie committing suicide, and as if that's not enough, my friend and client being exited from the Big Brother house, it broke my heart, okay? But however, the show must go on. I don't need your sympathy, and neither do I need payola. That is not the purpose of this video. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sure I was going to make this video, but I told myself my brand was built off authenticity, vulnerability, and honesty, and that's what I owe you guys. I wanted to not just show the pretty parts, but also give you a live update on what's been going on, where I'm at personally, and what's next. So I just wanted to address a couple of things, that's been going on in my life, work wise and personal wise. So there's been a buildup of so many things happening, but the popular one would be Project Sabrina. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about me first. I want to talk about the fact that my key takeaway would be that people should learn to be kind, and people should also understand that two things can be true at the same time. It does not have to be either or. People should open their mind to possibilities and know that we are created and built differently. And I say this to say, personally, I have been dealing with, family dynamics. If you follow my journey, you know that I grew up with my mother's side of the family, and their family is very closely needed, and they're very like together. And unfortunately, an uncle of mine has been in coma for a few days, and not only did that happen, my auntie was suicidal. My auntie had gulped like a full can of hypo and just wanted to take her life. And I'm not saying this because I want sympathy or payola. I'm just saying this to say that sometimes in life, you never know what people are going through. And, everyone that probably click on this video will think that the Project Sabrina is the one thing that's bothering me, but it's been a build up of different situations. Not only am I handling part of a big project, not only am I handling and executing content rollouts for my own personal brand, Theevaofficial. My life has literally turned upside down from having to supervise and having to put off like workload and having to supervise an entire team of people. So I say this to say, just be kind out there. I would momentarily repeat this in this video. So moving on to address the elephant in the room, uh, about Project Sabrina. So I had woken up, tried to start my day, and I was wondering why I got a lot of missed calls. I saw missed calls from Canada, missed calls from numbers that were not saved, and I was wondering like what is really going on. And I turn on my phone and I see, my client and friend, I see a headline from the Big Brother page saying they have exited her from the house. And I pause for 1 second and I freeze because, people handle things differently. And, I still go about my day. I still follow my usual routine. I still show up at work, do the supervisions I'm supposed to do, take out deliverables for the day. And then I think that when it hits me was the next day was my friend's birthday, so I had gone to Ariaba to shop for birthday presents for my friends. And then I walk into the store and I see a scarf that I got from my friend, and emotions started rolling down. I got pretty overwhelmed, and then it hit me that, oh my god, this is what is really happening. But I'm not going to shed too much light on that. That is just a quarter of the things I want to talk about in this video. I just want you guys to know that, she's fine. And that's all I'm going to say for now. Otherwise, I would keep on saying, pray for Sabrina. And yeah, at the end of the day, what I realize is that I cannot control the storms. I cannot control the series of events, the build up. But what I can control is my platform, which I have built from scratch. What I can control is how I navigate the storm. This entire breakdown, this series of events, it reminded me of my why. Okay. It also reminded me about why I started creating. So I will not stay here and let outside noise or even let pain define me or distract me, because the show must go on. I just refuse to be distracted from the bigger picture. Moving on to what's next and what I can control. My uncle, my Auntie R, for the sake of privacy, I want to pray for you. My friend and client, Sabrina Dubaye, I want to pray for you all. So I'm praying for all of the persons that I've mentioned in this video, my family, my friend and client. I know that God is going to do his big one. He's never going to give us turbulence. He's never going to put us through a storm that we cannot conquer. What's next for me and what I've been handling behind the scenes is, obviously, I have debuted myself as a creative director. I have been in touch with different creatives, different media execs, different creative geniuses, and I'm so thankful for this entire opportunity, because nothing will teach you to be a creative genius, nothing will teach you professionalism more than learning on the job. So, yes, I'm working on everything that reflects my creative side, my media exec side, digital entrepreneur side, and of course, my sexy side, because there would always be a balance. With me, it never has to be either or. You can be anything you want to be, period. All you need is a little strategy and a little discipline and a little dedication. Okay, so if there are brands out there that want to work with me, I'm going to attach my email contact on the screen for you to contact me. Let me know. Okay, just say the word. So I guess my key takeaway and the summary of everything I'm saying in this video is, the show must go on. Babies, friends, clients, subscribers, whatever, viewers, whoever is watching this video, I took the long route. You know, I could have taken the narrow, easy route on here to build my platform, but I took the long, narrow route because it's the only way and truly the best way. So I urge everyone who's going through a hard time, who things are just not working out for. Sometimes in life, you face turbulences and they hit you back to back. But what are you going to do though? You're going to stand up and you're going to show up and you're going to cry your eyes out and you're going to pray. And then when you wake up in the morning, you're going to feel brand new and you're going to be ready to take on life head on, because that's the only way. Because giving up will never ever be an option. I don't care what that is. Giving up will never be an option for you and me. Ultimately, I say this to say life can change for better or for worse. But however, how we respond is where the power is.
I didn't realize my mic died, but thank you so much to my babies for your constant and endless support. I don't take it for granted. Don't forget to share this video and like it and subscribe, because yes, like I said, the show must go on. Keep my family and my friends and clients in your prayers, and I will see you on my next video, okay?